Hello guys, good afternoon. Welcome to my channel. So today here we are with class 9 of the FSSI initiative and current affairs topic. So today we are going to discuss two topics. So the topic is food laboratories. So food laboratories is an important part of FSSI organization because the main thing of testing, sampling, analysis, everything will be done in food laboratories. So it is very important. And the current affairs part is with respect to essential services. So this topic may seem tricky, but it is very easy, and it has been related to with the current affairs section. So now let us go into the topic today. So before that, guys, please subscribe to my channel and share it with your friends because I'm getting you quality videos. So I need more motivation from you all. So please share it with your friends. So food laboratories. So the FSSAI has created a network of lab to fulfill its mandate on food testing and analysis. So the network comprises of accredited primary food testing lab from both government and private sphere, state food testing lab and referral laboratories. So please remember here that it does not include only the government, it includes both government and private sphere and state food labs and referral laboratories. So in the further slides, I will be explaining about referral, of which two are under the direct control of FSSAI. It is also recognizing foreign lab. So please remember this to reduce the time of clearance of food consignments at ports. See, for any country, there will be import and exports. So there will be imports of food items also. So as when say a food item is imported from any country, then there should be immediate testing for it because since most of the food items will be perishable, it may get spoiled if it is not processed within some days. So for immediate testing, the FSSAI has collaborated with many foreign laboratories, so which is present usually present near the seaports or airports for immediate testing, and so that processing can be taken place at a very short time. So FSSAI approved notified labs as NRL, National Reference Laboratories. So please remember this full form. National Reference Lab, and as ancillary facility of NRLs for specific purposes. So I'll be explaining about these different types of labs in my future slides. So please remember that both private and government labs are accredited, state food labs and referral labs, and also with the foreign laboratories. So these are the number of laboratories. So for primary, it is 220 plus. So there is no specific number that has not been updated. So 220 plus lab are present. So referral labs are 19 and national reference labs are 14. So I will be explaining the types of labs. Yeah, see, yeah, primary food labs. So the food authorities notifies food lab and research institutions accredited by National Accreditation Board for Testing and Calibration Laboratories or any other accreditation agency for the purpose of carrying out analysis of food samples by the food analysts. So this is the main purpose of food primary food labs. So these are the labs where analysis of the samples by food analysts take place. So you can see in the present current year's notification also there is a post of food analysts. So these food analysts will be placed in these primary food labs for testing purposes. So presently there are more than 225 food testing lab. So what is referral food lab? The food authority recognizes referral food lab for the purpose of carrying out analysis of appeal samples. So for example, if you are having a food sample and getting it tested in primary food lab, but in this primary food lab the results which are out for this for the food sample are not satisfactory for you. So instead of instead of going to the primary food lab again, you can take the same food label to the reference food laboratories and get it tested once again. So if there are any problem in the primary food lab, then in the results of the primary food lab, then you can go to the referral food lab and get it tested again. So if the food is meeting with the standard set by FSSAI, then your food will be approved. So for that purpose, referral food lab has been created, and there are 19 referral food labs in India. So please remember this number. Now let us look into the National Reference Lab. So what are these National Reference Lab? So FSSAI has recognized National Reference Lab to set up a country-wide standard for routine procedures, validation of such standard procedure, testing methods, development of new methods, and ensuring proficiency in testing across food lab with special reference to risks of food category. See, there is nothing special in this. So either a primary food lab or a referral food lab can be considered for declaration as NRL. So there is no special body like National Reference Food Laboratories. Either the primary or the secondary, that is the referral food lab, among these, some of the laboratories will be designated as NRL. So likewise, there are 12 NRLs and 2 ANRLs. A means ancillary. So there are, please remember this number, 12 NRLs and 2 ANRLs. So either the primary or the secondary, that is the referral food laboratories, can be designated as NRL or ANRL. This is the main point here. So in this slide, I have discussed regarding the food laboratories, number of food laboratories, the functions and types, and the appeal for the referral food laboratories. Now let us look into the current affairs part. So this is a screenshot of Business Standard newspaper. This was of the time when during COVID-19. So the news is FSSAI writes to states for ensuring no disruption in food supply chain. So this is the main news here. But you may think, what is important in this? What is the current affairs which is important for examination? So I'll explain you in the in next 10 minutes, in 10 seconds. So the news is during the COVID-19, almost all the economic activities, the transportation goods of goods and services were disrupted. So but FSSAI made it clear to the states that to ensure no disruption in food supply chain should happen. So now the main part here is the FSSAI clarified that food testing and import clearances of food items as essential services. So this is the important point here. So FSSAI clarified that food testing and import clearance of food items are essential services. So what are these essential services? As any product or a material or any service is considered as essential under Essential Commodities Act. So you may have heard of this act because recently the government repealed the 3 farm laws, and one of the farm law was Essential Commodities Act. This is with respect to considering a product as essential. So there were several amendments, but that is not our topic today. So the FSSAI clarified that food testing and import clearance of food are essential services. So you may also know that recently mask and sanitizer was also considered as essential commodities. So what is the implication of placing a product in Essential Commodities Act? So if food testing and import clearance of food system or the mask and sanitizer kept here, then there will be no disruption in them. So for example, you may know like during the COVID lockdown time, no people were allowed to move, and no, there were also closures of private and government offices also. But if anything is considered as essential, that is required for day-to-day activity, then those services are not disrupted. So for example, doctors. So doctors were essential during that time. So the movement of doctors were not restricted. Likewise, the FSSAI clarified that food testing and import clearances of food items were essential, and therefore no restriction will be posed by anyone, and therefore the personnel working for these two cases can move outside and can go to their designated places to do their work. So this was the news with respect to this. So please remember that during COVID lockdown, food testing and import clearances of food items were declared as essential services. So that this is the current affairs part. So that's all that's all for today, guys. So I guess you have liked this video. So please like it and share it with your friends, and comment your views in the comment section, and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.